Well, hi, and welcome to What is Your Horse Trying to Tell You? What are they trying to tell you? Well, they've all got something to say. And I'm sure that if you could hear what horses were thinking and feeling, you would know so much more about them. So, horses do speak a silent language. They have a silent language that they can talk amongst themselves and with us, believe it or not. And this silent language is very important because if you want to know anything about your horse knows, right? They know. So all species can talk in this way. Do they need to all the time? No, not necessarily. But they can speak to each other in this way, and they can speak with us. So the silent language is telepathic, and all animals speak it magnificently. It's just us who really can't do it and haven't done it for quite some time. So it's telepathy, very scientific. It's a mind-to-mind communication and has no barrier or distance issue. It doesn't matter where you are, you can use this silent language. Now, the telepathy is just really sending and receiving from one mind to another. So as it says here, without using any of our known sensory channels. In other words, it's a separate issue. But intuition everyone has. And intuitively, we can pick up so much. And I know that you listening to me out there have picked things up from your horse intuitively. Intuition is always with us. We can walk into a room or a house and like it or not, just purely from the energy of it, how it feels to us, whether it resonates with us. Well, that's how we can also be intuitively connected with our horses, because we can connect with them on a very, very expansive level if you want to develop it. And when you do, you can sense all sorts of things. You can sense emotions. You can sense physical ailments. You can sense so much about them and then use your telepathy to actually ask and gain information. So if we went to Germany and you couldn't speak German, well, you need a translator or you need to learn German. This is no different. This is a silent language that you either get a translator or you learn it yourself. But I know each and every one of you has had an experience because I know you're connected to your horses. And when you have this heart connection with your horse, communication is already going on. Just some of you may not realize because, is this communication mine? Is it my thought or is it their thought? It just takes a bit of practice. It creates a bond that you just can't describe because it's a two-way conversation. And that's how all communication starts, isn't it? Because up to now, it's very one-sided. Your horse doesn't really get a look in. So imagine if you could find out exactly what they needed and required to make their life bliss and yours. Perfect. So let's have a look at a few things. Now, if we look at this, if there's behavioural and emotional issues. So if we look back, we're seeing a horse that's, rearing up. We might have some aggression going on, some refusal, some fear of getting into a float, but there's many things that horses fear. What I want to point out right here is that what is really interesting about these behavioural and emotional things, there's been a lot of research that horses, due to certain events, due to experiences they have, unwanted experiences, negative experiences, can develop PTSD. And that's why a lot of your horses are suffering under these problems, why they have these specific behaviors, or they're very emotional, or they're going through something. And you don't understand it because you don't know what the triggers are, because there's often different triggers.